होम मेड इन इंडिया सीरीज के इस एपिसोड में we'll discover the real, lesser known and exquisite dishes from Sikkim, world's first all organic state. So join me on this exciting journey of discovering soulful Sikkim. समय पहले तक लोगों में नॉर्थ ईस्ट को लेके ज़्यादा जानकारी नहीं थी, बट नाउ इट्स स्लोली चेंजिंग. वी नो दैट ईच स्टेट ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्ट हैज इट्स ओन यूनिक कल्चर, लैंग्वेज एंड ऑफ कोर्स फूड. सो आफ्टर नागालैंड, असम एंड मेघालय, मैं यहाँ पहुंची सिक्किम. नीला आसमान, कलरफुल माउंटेन्स, तरह तरह के फूल एंड द वार्म सनलाइट, और यहाँ के खुशनुमा माहौल, साफ हवा और शांति ने मेरा दिल खुश कर दिया. बट दैट वाज़न्ट द ओनली थिंग दैट माई सोल yearned for. I had to eat some exquisite food here, and for that, a special person, a special place was waiting for me. And that's my friend Yang. Now who's Yang? I'll tell you. कुछ साल पहले मैं गुड़गांव में बैम्बू बोट नाम के एक रेस्टोरेंट में गई थी. वहीं मैं Yang से मिली. She was one of the owners of the restaurant. Her positive vibes and love for food was infectious. I instantly liked her and stayed in touch with her since then. And this year when I decided to go to Sikkim, I got in touch with her. And she was very sweet and gracious to invite me to her place and also showed me around Gangtok. But that I'll show in the next part. Because today, she had invited me for a traditional Sikkimese meal with one of the oldest Sikkimese families living in Gangtok. यहाँ पहुँचकर मैंने ये जाना कि ये घर 1950s में बनाया गया था. And now, the third generation of the family lives there. यहाँ खड़े हुए मैं ये सोच रही थी कि काश मेरे घर में भी एक वरांडा होता जहाँ के नज़ारे इतने खूबसूरत होते. Even though they run a famous busy property, they still took out time to host us, and I was very grateful for that.
Talking about how when she comes here the food is so good.
What I loved here the most was that when I met the family, they were all too eager to share their knowledge and chat with me for hours to make me feel comfortable. So that is what is actual Sikkimese meal. Has it changed? Is there an amalgamation of different cuisines coming together?
Go up north, there you have yaks and sheep and all.
When you first contacted me, my main worry was that you wouldn't find Sikkimese food easily in the market. But I wanted you to try authentic food at Netuk House. Because Auntie Chumden, the lady who cooked, Sonam's mother, she's known to be a good cook. So I was confident that she would give you the full experience. That's why, because even I was worried that you might taste something else in the name of Sikkimese food.
Auntie's kitchen was already in full swing. There were so many dishes that were being prepared at the same time. Like any great chef, Auntie Chumden was keeping a tab on each dish that was being prepared. She knew exactly what to do when with which dish. सिर्फ यही नहीं, Auntie was super loving and super eager to teach me her recipes and even the techniques which many chefs I know don't like to do. खाना खाने और खाना बनते देखने के अलावा एक और एक्साइटिंग चीज़ होती है, वो होता है लोकल इंग्रेडिएंट्स को समझना. Auntie Chumdin was a bit shy to face the camera, so her son Sonam came to her rescue and explained to us everything in detail.
Come, Neeru, come. I'll show you what we have laid out here for today's menu. I'll explain to you the ingredients we'll be using to prepare the meals. So here we have the stinging nettle, also called socha. This is the flower from the nettle. Alright.
Okay, so this is basically the flower of this.
These are the leaves. Alright, be careful, it stings, huh? So
It doesn't sting at all.
really?
No.
We'll be making stinging nettle soup today. This is fiddle fern, which is called kiche. So these you'll have to go to the forest and basically collect it from the forest. And here you have is the bamboo shoot. So when you prepare the bamboo shoot, you're supposed to cut it fresh and within 24 hours you have to consume it. Otherwise the taste becomes bland and you'll not enjoy.
Okay.
Right. This is again another type of bamboo shoot. These are fermented bamboo. Locally it's called rocku. Rocku. So this goes well with slices of pork. It goes really well. So it's like a local delicacy.
किचन में खाना पकते देख एक बात मेरी समझ में आई. यहाँ fresh ginger and turmeric are preferred spices. And like most food in Northeast, delicious dishes are prepared only with handful of ingredients. अलग अलग इंग्रेडिएंट्स की खुशबू से पूरी किचन महक रही थी. रॉक क्यू पकते समय इतना खूबसूरत दिख रहा था that I just couldn't wait to eat it.
These are locally grown chilies, yeah, green chilies.
This one is used to cook with chulpi usually. Okay. It's not spicy. It has a nice flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you also have something equivalent of Raja Mirchi or Bhoot Jo Lag Gaya?
We have something called the dale.
The round
The round ones, the red
green
round
and
ones.
red?
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw them in the
yeah.
market.
If not as hot as Raja Mirchi, it's pretty hot. So.
Okay.
And this you have is your red chili, which doesn't look red.
And I've always felt that discussing ingredients is too much fun.
Red, it looks golden.
मैं सीख तो रही थी, but I also discovered that there couldn't be a dull moment around Yang or Sonam.
This is peche.
Mustard,
Peche. Spinach, rice saag, yeah.
राई का साग देखकर मैंने ये सोचा कि यहाँ इसे किस तरह बनाया जाएगा. जिस तरह मेरे घर में इसे स्टीम किया जाता है, यहाँ भी इसे स्टीम किया गया. सिर्फ बर्तन अलग था. साथ ही में स्टिंगिंग नेटल सूप या सिसनू भी तैयार किया गया, जिसमें सिर्फ सिसनू और लहसुन का इस्तेमाल होता है.
This you have is cottage cheese. So locally you call it chu or churpi.
Okay.
All right. This here is your buckwheat. We'll be preparing a buckwheat roll, with spinach and cheese stuffing in it. Locally it's called khudi. Khu means bread, di means to roll.
Is it like tingmo?
No, it's a roll. It's like a roll.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Breakfast item.
खुदी बनाने के लिए पहले उसकी फिलिंग रेडी की गई. जो राई का साग स्टीम हो चुका था, उससे एक्सेस पानी निकालकर उसे लोकल चुरपी के साथ मिक्स किया गया. फिर उसमें सिमसी, जिसे रोस्ट करके पाउडर बनाया गया था, उसे भी ऐड किया. फिर लोकल काऊ बटर और हल्का सा नमक देकर खुदी की तैयार हुई फिलिंग। अब बारी थी खुदी बनाने के नेक्स्ट स्टेप की, और ये देख के मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही थी कि यहाँ पर कई तरह के ग्रेन्स भी इस्तेमाल किए जा रहे थे, जैसे कि इन क्रेप्स के लिए बहुत सारा बकव्हीट और थोड़ा सा मैदा। जैसे जैसे खुदी तैयार हो रही थी, मैं सच बोलूं तो मेरे मुंह में पानी आ रहा था।
This is your cow butter, and here what you have is yak butter. So these are very difficult to get. You'll have to go up north to get these. And what we have here is your millet. All right, these are pounded millet. We'll be making Sikkimese momo, which is called yente. Okay?
Yente.
Yeah.
और हर बार की तरह कुछ नई डिश सीखने की चाह में मैंने आंटी चुमदिन से रिक्वेस्ट की कि वो मुझे ह्यूनते बनाना सिखाएं। मिलेट फ्लावर और पानी यूज करके आंटी ने सबसे पहले डो बनाया, जिस डो से उन्होंने छोटे छोटे बॉल्स बनाए और यही सेम टेक्निक बटर और चुरपी पे भी अप्लाई की। And then finally, she taught me how to make the dumplings. I must say, she showed a lot of confidence in me. Or maybe I wasn't bad at all. I was actually pretty fine at it. मैंने यहाँ नोटिस किया कि यहाँ सबकी स्किन बहुत ग्लो कर रही थी, जैसे सबने बटर लगाया हो। तभी आंटी मुस्कुराते हुए बोली कि यहाँ बहुत सी डिशेस सिर्फ बटर में बनाई जाती हैं, and that makes them glow. Well, Nigella Lawson would second that, and I have to make some changes in my diet. Unlike most places, the dumplings here were boiled and not steamed. There was so much happening in the kitchen that I lost count of how many dishes they were preparing at the same time. There was so much to learn and understand. What more I could have asked for?
This is minced beef. We'll be making local soup out of this. This is again local sausage. So this is also made out of beef stuffing as well.
Gyoma, right?
Gyuma, yeah.
Homemade sausages.
These are all homemade sausage. This is pork trotter, or you also call kanchung.
Kanchu.
Yeah.
They're preparing trotters for you.
Oh, nice.
It's a labor of love, huh? Very difficult to clean.
Yeah.
Yang was right. Keeping up with the making of pork trotters or kachung as locally known was a task. इसे बनाने के लिए कई बर्तन और टेक्निक्स का इस्तेमाल हुआ। रेड चिली से भरपूर इसका तड़का भी तैयार किया गया। फिर इसमें टमाटर, चिली, अनियंस और जिंजर डालकर कुकर में पकने के लिए छोड़ दिया गया। कुकर से निकालकर इसे कढ़ाई में धीमी आंच पर पकने के लिए रखा गया। आंटी ने इसे तब तक पकाया जब तक इसकी तरी स्टिकी बन गई। Oh my God! Look at that yumness. मैं तो इतने इंटेंस कुकिंग के बाद बस कर जाती, बट नॉट आंटी चुमदिन। डिलिशियस बटर में आंटी ने बीफ और टमाटर डालकर सूप बनाने की शुरुआत की। इसमें सिर्फ नमक, हल्दी और जिंजर ही इस्तेमाल किया गया और इसके बाद पानी डालकर धीरे धीरे पकने के लिए छोड़ दिया। And homemade sausages are my absolute favorite. यहाँ इसे ग्यूमा कहा जाता है। इसे छोटे छोटे पीसेस में काट कर they lightly temper it with garlic, onion and chili. Finally, an array of dishes was ready, and you were all set for our first encounter with traditional homemade Sikkimese thali. My dear and very talented friend Yang also did a splendid job in plating the food in a local traditional metal plate called kansa.
And shall we begin?
And conversations around food are my favorite kind of conversations, especially जब आप कोई नई तरह का खाना explore कर रहे होते हो.
That's very nice. It's very tomatoey. Also, because it's got so much fat from butter, it is very familiar tasting also. Like we make curries like this at home. It's very tasty.
I'll serve you this. It goes really well with the rice. This is the fiddlehead fern. Ningro we call it, no?
Okay.
It's cooked in butter and they've topped it off with fresh churpi. It goes really well with rice and curries like that. And this is fresh bamboo shoot. All these items go really well with rice. That's why I'm serving you. So this is the slow roasted pork belly. Okay, it's been marinated overnight
In
a
vinegar
pot.
and soy sauce.
Yeah, just vinegar and soy sauce.
Yeah, so this is what I'm really looking forward to.
Earlier, the meat wasn't readily available. Meat was considered as a rare item. It was available only when in the villages some slaughter used to happen. Normally, slaughters would happen during weddings or during funerals. So as a result, meat was considered as a very precious food item. So that's why they would wrap it and then take it back home.
Okay.
So nothing goes to waste.
So right now they've sliced it up and served them, but otherwise they'll cut it into large chunks like this. And we call it gyari, and it's served in leaves like this during weddings, like somebody who's coming to reach the bride, from the groom side, and the guests will eat small pieces out of it. And whatever is remaining, like as a sign of respect, they wrap it up and take it home. And not only with pork, they do it with beef, they do it with yak meat.
I'll take this.
This is the khuri. Eat it like a roll, maybe.
The filling is so good. So good. Everything is very distinct and very exquisite. I saw the preparation and it is very flavorsome, but it doesn't feel alien. Like how I was initially told that, this is something that you need to develop taste for. I feel like, oh, I can like this food. I don't have to really train my palate for this. It's like when I want to have something exquisite and something different, but not something that is completely alien, I would like to eat it. This Negro is just too delicious. And this pork belly is god level.
Like I feel like the pork has had so much of effort put into it, but when auntie explained that it's only been like marinated and roasted, like super simple, not many ingredients, just kikoman sauce and some secret ingredient. I'm sure she didn't tell me because it tastes like something like I've never tasted before. Yeah, it's slightly
Even
sweet
you?
also. Yeah. This is pork trotters, kachung. Kachung. I'm going to serve you this part because pork trotters are not as fatty as other parts of the pork. It's very gelatinous. Okay, under the skin, if you open it, inside you'll meet a thin layer of fat, which is very different in texture. And kachung is not eaten with spoon and fork; it's eaten with your fingers.
Okay.
Okay. You take a nice big bite from there. Take a big bite like that.
Okay.
Bite from here.
Okay.
From here, from the side. It's gelatin. The texture is very different.
It's really nice. It's very crunchy, spicy, and it's very oily.
Oily.
Yeah.
They've removed a very thick layer of fat also while cooking it.
Like whatever's coming on my fingers. This is tasting really good. It's so gelatinous. It's sticking onto my teeth, so I'm not able to bite into it.
That's why you're a novice, because you like the red part. All the kids eat that part.
I'm so happy this over here I got to eat it, and they took so much pain to prepare this, and I really enjoyed eating the sausages, which is called gyuma in the traditional language, and we also made these crepes today with churpi again. Even the dip that we had with these dumplings was made out of churpi. I really enjoyed having this.
And then we also tried the local peach wine, which Auntie Chumden herself had prepared.
In Sikkim, like in the other part of the northeast also, fermentation is a way of preserving food, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the wine that we had, those are all like fermented, and then that's how it was preserved.
Wow. This is so good.
It's not strong.
It's a bit strong, but it's very nice.
This is one of the best wines I've tasted, homemade one.
Yeah, I've tasted peach wine from Himachal mostly, and this is stronger, a bit stronger than that. Yeah, but it's really nice. You know, after this, I finished this one already, and this is my second shot.
And as per Yang, no Sikkimese feast is complete without Tongba, the local millet beer.
So Yang and I will have.
This is millet beer. As you can see, the millet has been fermented in yeast. Okay. And once it is ready to be consumed, they put it in this jar called tongba.
Tongba.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
And this one is a ceremonial one. Otherwise, in the villages, they use bamboo. Just the bamboo stem, but this one has been bound with silver and stuff. So what they do is they put hot water in here, and then you let it steep for around 5 to 7 minutes, and then you can have it.
Okay. Cheers.
Oh, cheers!
Cheers.
Take
It's really strong.
Take a long sip. I love this.
It's got a hit.
I love.
It's sour and it's hitty.
I thought I won't drink this, but now this is mine. That's why I was telling you I won't drink because I love it so much.
This is so good. Today we had traditional Sikkimese meal. It was a good mix of pork, beef, millets, rice. This was a wholesome, beautiful meal. It's very difficult to get in the restaurants over here as well. तो मुझे यहाँ खाना खाने में खाना कैसे बनता है और खाने में क्या क्या जाता है वो सीखने में बहुत मज़ा आया.
मैं पहले भी गैंगटॉक एक बार जा चुकी हूँ, लेकिन मैंने कभी गैंगटॉक को उसके खाने के लिए याद नहीं किया. पर आज नेटोक हाउस में ये दिन बिताकर, यहाँ खाना बनते देख, चुमदेन आंटी के साथ समय बिताकर, सोनम के साथ कुछ जोक्स मारकर, ये दिन मेरे लिए मेमोरेबल बन गया. और अब मैं गैंगटॉक ऑब्वियसली उसके खाने के लिए भी याद करती हूँ. ये तो सच है, जब आपको कोई दिल से खिलाता है तो वो खुशी आपके चेहरे पे झलक ही जाती है। हमारे साथ बने रहिए और नेक्स्ट एपिसोड जरूर देखिए।
So we are buying celery for the thukpa we are going to prepare at home. Oh God. So this is only Gangtok speciality. This is Nepali kinema.